Alright, y'all. Who is ready for some spaghetti? But also Cadash. Probably my favorite TurboGrafx 16 game, maybe ever. One of the first ones I kind of fell in love with that really made me look at the system. I actually have this in perler form, this screenshot, which I really want to get up one day because it looks so awesome. And it's great. Just the art, the colorfulness of this game. It's just so exciting and fun. I love it. So let's go ahead and get on into it. There are a lot of references in this game. There are a lot of references. So we're going to be using the ninja, which is by far, again, much like in Dungeon Explorer, there's like one character that is just far superior for speedrunning than the rest. Yeah, it's understandable. Alright, much like the last game, this one, you die and it's over. Unlike the last game, you don't get a password and that is it. So we are definitely taking a little bit slow down in a few areas. He is the ninja with no name. I should have put RGL in. I didn't think about it. But this is Cadash, a side-scrolling RPG. To explain, it's like an RPG without a main menu, which is its biggest downfall, honestly. So these are all giving me experience and money, but I can't check how much money or experience I'm getting at any time, or I can't check what items I have. It's really only the worst part, but it helps. I've learned to just count it as I go along. So this is our first grind spot. So in this game, when you gain a level, not only does your character get stronger, they also get faster. And the ninja is easily the fastest character in the game. Also, the ninja has a permanent projectile, which also makes them superior to the other characters. And you're going to see later, at the end, why the ninja is so important to the final boss. It's one specific ninja weapon. Alright, so that's the first area. We get to level 3. Small little grind there, which is part of the speedrun. You just need levels. It's just, you are gonna beat it at level 1. You will get completely destroyed. But we're gonna go a couple damage boosts here. One of the main speed boosts in this game is gonna be damage boosting, you'll see shortly. Jump there, take a damage boost, and then throw, and then we are at the first boss, y'all. Cadashian good times. Oh, we got the bad RNG. That's okay, though. Jeez, we got really bad RNG on this fight, but that's okay. So the boss can choose to just either move to the right or jump to the right, and it chose to jump to the right there, and it's unfortunately the worst of the two RNGs you get in that fight, but it doesn't make much of a difference. The green blob, just a giant green blob. Alright, so we're gonna actually do the one and only skip I'm going to be showing off here, but the other two skips, third one would never happen in a marathon. At least I wouldn't go for it. But it's gonna skip a significant portion of the game. So we're gonna fill up on herbs here. We can only hold 8 herbs. And I'm gonna buy 4 antidotes because that should be enough. So what happens is when you go down to 0 health, you use the item that's queued up first, which will be the herb. And every time you die, it boots you back at 10 health. And there's also an item called the elixir that when you quote-unquote die, it puts you back at full health. Those are basically your extra lives. But you can see the water is hurting us here, which seems odd, but in the story of the game, in the first area, you're supposed to actually save a mermaid who gives you a pendant that makes it okay for you to basically breathe underwater. But we just skipped that whole thing. That right there was supposed to be a way to go back in the game, but we used it to just skip the first entire chunk of the game. One boss fight, and many other locations we'd have to go through. And this is one of 3 times we do that in the actual speedrun. And I'll show you right here is where the second one I would have done it. It's right there, and I'll explain how it's done later. But it's just too scary. Alright. So this is where our next grind is going to be, on these lovely egg-shaped rock monsters. Alright, and I might have to, like, slow down and count a little bit here. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if I overshoot as well, if I just keep talking. But what we're basically doing here is getting up to level 9 and going to the boss fight. In the speedrun, we go up to level 8 here, and right before we get to level 9, because there's a glitch we can abuse here, that works all the way up at level 8 to where you can get one of the big damage boosts. If you saw in the underwater section, I took some really huge boosts from those enemies. And those are the kind of boosts that end up being useful to skipping areas, because you get boosted so high. Which is why you actually need to be specifically a low level to get boosted that high. Even with the glitch that you'd use to... I think it's a glitch. I don't know. Maybe just an oversight, really, of how damage works. But essentially, the spider that I killed a second ago, and the ones you saw in the beginning that shoot the webs out, they can shoot a web that sticks to your legs, and they'll hit you twice, actually. So you'll get that knockback twice, and what you do is you grab the bottom of that vine on the right side of this level, get the spider to hit you. While you're holding the vine, it won't knock you back. You run up, and then you jump over there, and in mid-air on your second jump, you can actually just skip this whole section. And that's how you also do the third skip, and the third skip setup is just so random. It's a nightmare. And we'll show that one a little bit later. We're gonna get to 9 here, and then actually go fight the second boss, which is only a room away, so it's not... I guess 2 rooms away. Not really too far. The priestess is fun because of healing, I believe. I want to say that the priest can actually heal, the only character that can do that. Alright, so we're flying here. That's medical herb 4. 5. 6. Okay, we have 2 more medical herbs. That's important to note. I want to use any here if I can. So this will be the first of the 2 times you're going to see the snake boss on our little journey here. And it's dead, because we are, of course, way higher level here than the game kind of really expects us to be. It's not a very hard boss. Alright, so... 7. Alright. We use 7 herbs. And honestly, this is probably the scariest part of the route I'm doing today. I could have went back to be a little bit safer about what I'm doing, but for some reason I just felt like just doing the... I guess it just kind of happened as I was going on the route. Alright, don't want to get those to hit us. And right here, okay. So what we would do here is wiggle here, and that would spawn that spider to come over here to do the skip that I was talking about earlier. But with beating that, we get the worm's thread, and now we can get up in this area. And the reason I've opted to do this route is because during practice, I realized just how much more difficult the end game here is, even at level 10, comparatively to It's just too scary for a marathon. When you only have one single life. Oh, wait. Wait, no. Fudge, what did I do? I forgot the herbs. That's okay. Not okay. I screwed up. I screwed up royally. Oof. Well, the best I can do... Oh, man. I can't believe I did that. I completely forgot to get the herbs. And I just talked about how doing the safe strat was what I was going to do there, and I just fucking forgot. Ugh. Now, let's try to run it back real quick. I am very upset about that. I'm sorry, y'all. That really annoys me, because I purposely set up this route so I wouldn't do that. I just forgot. Which is my whole stupid brain lately. Anyway, so here's Cadash again. It's very similar to the last one you saw, but we're gonna see a lot of leveling again. Can you not ruthlessly kidnap someone? It'd be nice. So the king sets us off on a journey as we go through here and do it again. Goodness gracious. I even ran through it this morning. I was like, don't forget this. Oh, I forgot. No, I can't switch characters. It would take. It's already gonna take way longer than I already planned because of that dev. But we're gonna do the grind here. You need to kill what 19 of these in 2 shots and 25 of them in 1 shot to be particularly specific with the speedrun. I might as well do it at this point. I just that was completely avoidable. Completely avoidable. I think it would be neat to have different categories for different characters. I always thought that would be cool, but I don't know how far you could get with a priest in any kind of decent time. But I've never tried, so you just don't know. Boy! Alright. Skeletons again. You want to boost past the skeletons. Hey, this time I should just do the frickin' RTA strat, but... Nah. We'll just try to be efficient and get our way back there. Alright, back to the first blobbity boss. Hey, we got the red RNG. At least I can showcase that. Not good on the money, though. We lost a lot of money bags, but I'm gonna show off something else later, so that's fine. Thank you for the good luck. Oy. So we're going back to the shop to fill back up antidotes. The game starts you with 1 antidote, which is nice. But not really, since you only get that 1 antidote for the first boss. It just kind of leaves you on an island, and you have to learn to level up. This is a very trial and error type game. But, we should be fine. Like, we would have been fine last time had I just not, forgotten to go to the shop. So I'll just do the same thing as I did last time. And then I'll get the herbs like I did last time. Then it'll be good. Excuse me. Alright, so we get to do this part again. I guess I didn't talk too much about the boosting. A little bit. But the boosting is, well, I mean, it's essential to get through this part quickly. Oof. We got a little trouble this time, though. Ooh. Where'd you get over there? There we go. Sheesh. Bad boosts. Bad boost that time. I'll blame that on frustration. My own fault. Alright, so now we're getting out of the menu and going back into it because I hit the wrong button. It's our first weapon upgrade of the game. I don't think I explained that, and how weapon and armor upgrades work. So they stack in this game. So the more you get throughout the game, the stronger you get towards the end. So it does help getting them. And thankfully they're all pretty much on the way, and you can just grind for the money where you need to. There we go. Sorry, I have to subject you to this grind again. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. But here we go again. We gotta get back up to level 9 so we kill the worm beast, and this time, my god, do not forget to go to the stupid shop in the background. In fact, I think I'm gonna go to it before I go to the worm this time, just so I have enough. And the boss that I was fighting, where I was, drops an elixir. The one I died to, it drops an elixir. I realized too late that I didn't get an herb, and I should have just continued fighting it instead. That was my mistake. Going off route mid-run is usually not a good thing. Alright. And what's also important about this grind, of course, isn't just the levels. You need to do this anyways for the money, because you need the money to get enough equipment for the rest of the game. It's not just for armor and weapons. You need to purchase a key at one point. And stuff like that. So, you need the monies. And we're mid-egg grind again. Bum bum. A key to my heart. We're almost there. We only need to kill, what, like 13 or 14 more of these from 8 to 9. The good thing about, like, level 7 to 8 is slow, but once you get to 8 to 9 is not so bad because you just get so much more powerful. And we get even faster now, which is nice. So we're level 9 again. You know what? No. We're not doing it again. I'm going to be safe this time. Not this time, game. So this is the door that I just ran past like a derp. There's a little shop in here. And we can get some herbs again. Now the 900 gold thing on the right there is called a life bell. It actually extends your total health. But not really necessary. Don't forget the antidote. I have the antidotes. I'm okay there, thankfully. Ah! You son of a... That's fine. Alright, so we got the extra herbs. So I have 7 herbs left at this point. You do have to count because the game does not count for you, unfortunately. 6. 5. 5 should be more than enough to get back to the door. Oh, I didn't get the good RNG. If any of you are familiar with Trojan, this thing has a similar Similar RNG style as the Armadillo in that game, where it just rolls back and forth and it can be 1 to 4 times depending. Thankfully, the RNG tends to be a little bit easier in this one. Alright, I still have, what, 3 herbs? But we're playing it 100% safe this time. I am not dealing with that nonsense again. Let's go. Alright, I'm not, you know, the spider wiggle is here. And we're going back into here for the herb. Not this time, Cadash. Fudge and fudge, man. Fudge and fudge. Well, we're gonna get a life bell, because why not? We got all the extra money from the boss that time, which we normally do not get on a regular run. So we might as well get some extra hit points while we're at it. Now that we have 8 medical herbs instead of 1, this boss is going to be a breeze. We got some cash. I probably could have easily done it with the 3 herbs, to be honest, but the first time just got me so worried that I don't want to take any chances now. Alright, it's this boss again. See, I just used 2 medical herbs, so I would have died anyways, and a little medical herb. Now, oh, we're level 10 already, nice. Now I have an elixir. Next time I quote-unquote die, or just get to 0 hit points, I will be at full health, which is nice. So we're good now. That was... I don't know why I did that, but that was, just a really unfortunate thing. Ow. We're gonna play this safe. You actually take a damage boost from that harpy, but it also does a ton of damage to you, and we want to avoid that. I'm gonna wait right here, and then go. And that will time us perfectly to get through there. Oh. And a flower. So, the whole purpose of going this way was to get that flower. You could actually enter this village from the other side, but you will loop forever and you can't get to the left. It's like a lost forest kind of thing. So you need to come from the left. And grab that flower and be able to shrink to get to the next area. This is where we upgrade our armor a little bit, because we need it. And now we're not going to go to the end. We are level 10 already, so we really don't need that much extra cushion here. So let's get the rest of the medical herbs we don't have, which is only 2 of them. The key that we need right there. We'll buy a couple of extra antidotes just in case. And off we go to the next part of the game. Alright, so very graphic. Very gloominess of it in this part of the stage. So we are going to be taking our time for the lightning here. It really doesn't save much time if you want to push it, like, for some frames. Plus, at level 10, we're going so fast, we can pretty much avoid the lightning without much issue. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get a big bounce back from cats anymore. But I do from those. Alright, so I want to show off a nice little secret here I just found on accident in one of my playthroughs. This isn't in the speedrun, but you get the Amulet of Dragon in there, and it gives you max money. just straight up gives you max money. This is Cadash. Oops. Cadash, and Cadash. The game name is on the left side of the screen, right below, or right above the 80% marker and below the user's name, for future reference in case anybody misses it. That is where you can see the game for the rest of this marathon. And there are so many games you're gonna want to remember. It's gonna be worth it. Yeah, being level 10 at this point is so nice. It's such a great game. Yeah, there's a max money item just there. It's such a quick grab too. Like, if in any of the other playthroughs where you need money at this point, maybe, for items, it's probably worth grabbing. Alright, there we go. And now we made it to this town. Now, we could skip to this town a very long time ago, but you have to set it up so precisely that it's just not worth it. As you can see, our money is now 65,535. But, well, 500 less now. But yes, it is a max money thing. It's a wonderful thing. You can get all the items for the rest of the game, no problem. Like, the warrior is super gear reliant in this game for obvious reasons. It's a warrior. So you probably need to grab that on your way through here, if you don't skip, that is. Alright, so she's like, my late husband is dead. Could you take this charm to his grave? Because it's too dangerous to go outside. So we're like, yeah, sure. I'll do that for you. And away we go. And there's some flames out here. Just one little kunai shot. And by the way, the kunai that we have now is the best weapon in the game, and you'll see that demonstrated on the final boss. There's a specific, like... There we go. There's a specific manipulation you can take it through on the boss. But here, this is Abel's grave. We passed it on the way through. This is my wife. Please take this token of my gratitude. Took Abel's pendant. Now pay attention. Talks to the animals like Dr. What's-His-Name. Dr. What's-His-Name. The grave gave it to me. I'm a grave robber. I'm a grave acceptor. That's a much different thing. Dr. What's-His-Name. So there's a Dr. Dolittle reference. You're going to see another reference coming up here very shortly. Let's see if y'all can get this one without me saying anything. It's a little old at this point. You can understand me? My name is Reen-Tin. That's not exactly the correct name, but it's a reference to another doggo. Alright, so now we fight the most jacked up Efreet of all time, Fire Elemental. Look at that chest. Now that is a demon that works out. Mr. Ed reference. There it is, the Rin-Tin-Tin reference. There's so many ridiculous references in this game. I'm not getting great RNG at all in this fight, which is kind of unfortunate. To explain the fight a little bit, these little fires are random, and you can shoot them out of the air. I unfortunately had really bad angles. Killing this gives us the Magic Flute, which plays a really cool sound, which you don't hear because the other music is playing, but you hear it once later. I'd sell my soul to Swole. Alright, and now that we have, have that, we are good to go. The final area of the game, actually. And then we get to hear that delicious bell ring. I don't know why. It's just very satisfying to me to hear that sound every time. Alright, last castle, y'all. We're still gonna be taking some serious precautions here. We're actually even gonna be going to level 11 right here. Which is definitely overkill for a speedrun, but after earlier, I am more than happy to take 20 seconds here to get another level to get even faster. And when you get to level 11, you actually throw your weapon almost at twice the speed. It's pretty great. Now we're even faster, which is amazing. And I think level 11 is only a little past the halfway level in this game. I think you can get up to 20 or 30? I don't remember. But you don't need to be that high of a level to win. Take that boost because we can at this point. At level 11, we should be more than good to go. And we got these 3 statues that just like swinging their balls around all day. So let's continue. And now we got, hey, the jelly appeared again. A little easier the second time. I want to dominate, exactly. Just casual jump rope, yeah. As we saved the princess, which is what the king wanted us to do. So GG there. Now we have to go save him for the evil sorceress. But first we have a secret! And what we got here was both a life bell in the bottom chest and elixir in the top chest. That is an essential part of the speedrun, actually. We would even get it in the speedrun. Oop. Like, look at how much faster we throw the kunai now, though. It's so nice. Oh, and the back boosts here still work at level 11, which is beautiful. Look at that speed. It's ridiculous. Alright, so what we're going through this little door maze here. Well, again, a late game door maze. Again, the dungeon explorer in this, a connection. Well, so many things connect in those two games, I've come to realize. Just the core gameplay is just vastly different. Alright, so now we are at full health, 130 health at that. So now we need to backtrack now that we've gotten the key. We need the golden key. Actually, in that place I went to was also the last shop, where you get all of the best weapons and armor for whoever may need it at the end. The warrior has like 3 items in that shop or something like that. 2 or 3. But we actually don't want to upgrade our weapon. Because the current one we have is going to decimate the final boss. Actually, it just decimates all the bosses, really. There we go. Alright, our last little bit of extra preparedness here is we're getting another additional elixir. There's actually a second one here in this castle. And boom, there it is. And the other door up here is a medical herb, but we don't need a medical herb. We're actually, I think, full still. So now, in our inventory, we have an elixir, we have 92 health, an elixir, and 8 medical herbs. So essentially, we can die 9 times, is what it comes down to. And at least one of the deaths actually gives me full health. If you haven't gone through a door maze, I guess there's some truth to that, bald man. Another free fight. I shot too early there. Alright, what you got for me, Worm? But yeah. You do refight the 2 first bosses in the game. Or actually, no, there's not the first 2. The first and third boss, which we skipped the second boss in the game twice. Even the game skipped the second boss. The second boss in the game, by the way, is a Kraken. Very, nice Kraken. More like a octopus, really. That was very big. But, yeah. That's the one boss we just don't see. Alright, so we did that refight again, and now we are on our way up here to finish it out. Ha! Your puny existence. Alright, do you hear that chain sound when I hit the boss? How it hits a ton of times? This weapon... Okay, after the boss shoots its lightning... and you hit a kunai with it, it will hit like every frame. The kunai is inside the boss's hitbox, and it just tears it apart. We didn't even get to our other elixir yet. By the way, this king, we've done it. We've saved the day. Wait a minute! The king is bad again? 2 games in a row, the king has lied to us. And plus, now we get a Carl Sagan reference, just because. Alright. Here's the last boss, which doesn't actually attack you if something's hitting it. It's a tough one. Sagan backwards is Satan! Gasp! And that, everyone, is Cadash. I am so sorry about my mental slip-up earlier. It has been plaguing me in life to death lately. And it affected my run. So I apologize. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed Cadash. It is an incredible game in my opinion. Amazing music. I find the controls nice. Nice and tight. With the turbo ability on the turbo graphics, you don't have to mash ever, which is a nice thing. But yeah, it's just wonderful, and you get all those lovely working designs quirks, as I tried to point out in the run with the references. Like, they're so silly that I think at this point they're better for being in the game, because it's just like, oh, that's amusing. Thank you again, everyone, for the GGs. That's it for me. I'm not going to hold you up any longer. I've taken enough time here. Let's go ahead and put this up here, and I'm going to get to our next runner here real soon. Thank you, everybody, and stay tuned for Bravo Burn by Glitch Witch. It's gonna be great. I'll see you there.